Are you ready? I guess we can roll. Shout out those in the back. Audio, Smokey, they filming behind the scenes. But yeah, it's the Interview Podcast, the #1 podcast in the world, and we here with a very special guest today, Trap Fairy Princess.
What up with you?
Welcome. This is an interview we've been trying to get. We're supposed to get it, I think, a few days ago. Some things happened, but
We've been talking about it since mid of January though.
January?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a little background on Trap Fairy Princess. She's like one of the hottest DJs in the world. This is the second DJ I met that's a woman, a black woman at that actually turns the party up. Like, it's none of that R&B, none of that super soft music. She played both. She turned it up. But speaking of parties, I had to really get this interview because of the AKA party. Now, I was at the AKA party. I was sober. Having a great time. Then I'm like, who is this DJing? Like, who is this with all this, good music? Then I looked up. I'm like,
no word.
And I had to shoot her a text to group me, yo. I couldn't find her Instagram. I don't know why, but I couldn't find her Instagram. So I shot her a text to group me like, bro, this party is rocking. You rocking out. Good job. Woo, woo, woo. But she ain't see it, so I had to text her on Instagram.
But she ain't see it. Yo.
But yeah, you can get into those parties quick, like how these past couple parties went, the silent headphone party, all of those.
Okay. Well, for me, I love a good theme, right? So, AKA Founders Day, that's pretty self-explanatory. And then the silent party, it was like a competition battle situation. But what made it very interesting for me, I did not have a microphone. So when you think you have a silent party and you put the headphones on, no sound is coming from outside of those headphones. So as far as like setup and stuff like that, it was kind of a disaster, but it went really well. I was with my brother Biz, I was with my brother Raymond, and of course, like being one of the only women in the AUC, it's always fun to do stuff on campus. So we had a great time. But
so what would you say was your favorite party you did so far in the AUC since being here?
Since being here, dang, I don't want to like get too much airtime, but honestly and truly, one of my favorite functions has to be a house party, actually, that was thrown April of last year. One of my homegirls knew her from Charlotte, goes to Clark, Atlanta. Her name was Renaya. It was her birthday party.
You threw that one? See, I was at that party too.
The reggae party?
Yes, I was like,
Yes, that was me. We was there. Like, we was team.
That was you. Because you had the hat on, didn't you?
Yes.
But that's another thing I wanted to get into, like, is the fashion a part of, like, your whole gig? Because if you see her at the games, she step out. Her and her sister step out. You see her really just walking through the week. You see her today, she steps. So it's like, is that a part of the gig or that's just who you are?
Yes and no. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, the excessive pink thing didn't really come in until, like, Trap Fairy Princess herself had her own persona. But as far as just JJ herself, yeah, what the girls be like, passion for fashion kind of situation thing. But yeah, but I will say Trap's interest in fashion versus JJ's has caused JJ's entire closet to look like pink throw up, but in a good way, of course. But
so how did you get the name Trap Fairy Princess? Where did that come from, and where did that persona come from?
Okay, so let's see. So I'm gonna just run it back for y'all in general. So like around like middle school, I just started calling myself a rock star for absolutely no reason at all, like none. Only thing I did was dance. I danced in middle school. That was about it. No instruments under my belt. Girl, what are you rocking? Like, what are we rocking? But as I got older and I was a little tomboy too. Like I wouldn't wear a dress. I like to throw footballs and shit too. Like no. So as I got older and started like being more comfortable with my feminine self, kind of JJ the Rockstar kind of trailed off. Because first of all, when you hear JJ, you don't even think you talk to a girl.
Facts.
So it was like, what describes kind of like every essence of kind of who I am? A Trap Fairy Princess. I just think I'm magical. But we still hard with it though. Like we still real with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and you're still a princess.
Yeah, but whole time that name was a private festa name. Just randomly. Like we was my private festa. Trap Fairy Princess. What's up with y'all?
Okay. So your Finsta name was Trap Fairy Princess, and then it started to like
my sophomore year of high school, and then when I was like, shit, I'm about to DJ. It was perfect. Like I didn't have to look far. I didn't have to sit and think about it. It was like, yep, perfect. Like
so. Let's start going into DJ. What made you want to DJ? Do you got a huge passion for music, or some of your family started?
Oh yeah. Okay. I come from a musical family in general. My mom managed tours and did a whole bunch of stuff in the entertainment industry way before I was born. My uncle was president of Sony BMG Music for a long time. Before I was born. But my father is a bass player. So he's played with Mike Phillips, Anthony Hamilton's, and things like that. So, of course, I'm going to school every day. Daddy's on tour, but, like, say when I would get a chance to see him, I'm backstage at a jazz festival in the middle of the park, like 6 years old. So now that I'm grown now and I understand that experience isn't like everybody's, it just really makes sense. Like, I was always obsessed with sound check and what is taking so long. What are y'all doing for real? So different things like that is what really, it was in me the whole time. I just didn't know, if that makes sense. So fast forward to my senior year of high school. That's actually when for my graduation gift, I wanted my first piece of equipment. What I played at April, the house party last year, that controller was my graduation gift.
So it was just a soundboard?
It was just a soundboard. Bought the software, and because like my mom, like she on a recording studio back in the day, there was a whole bunch of like old shit in the garage. So like I would go out there and I got an internship at a recording studio. Wow, I forgot about that. So all of those things
too much motion.
Come on, yo.
She left right, she left. Oh. God.
So like all of those things is what made it simple. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like, okay, you want to DJ, but how you gonna do it? It was one of those things I just got up and did it. Senior year of high school.
So it wasn't hard learning all the different soundboard equipment, like all those different tools and scratching and.
See now, okay, I'm not gonna lie. Scratching to this day is we have an interesting relationship. We do, but due to like working in a recording studio, looking at the board was not as foreign to me as I thought it would be, and like growing up, I would look at the same thing. All these buttons, all these knobs kind of do the same thing. It's just a matter of what you're using them for. So, yeah.
So, what's your favorite part about DJing a party or event, concert? Because wasn't you doing like a concert this summer, like little concerts? Or, yeah, I seen that.
My favorite part, honestly, it's about the crowd. I don't like, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with this. Like other DJs, they talk about what they bring, you know what I'm saying? Some people, they're a hip-hop set, they're a pop set, whatever their style is. I don't like to be defined by a style because I feel like the function, the event, whatever it may be, whatever you're hiring me for is about the crowd.
Right.
So if I have to go out of my way to figure out what the crowd likes, and if that means research before I even get there, that's what I do. So it's always about creating moments with me.
So if it was a white crowd versus a black crowd, it's completely different mixes you having.
You'd be surprised. I would go different age demographics before I would go black and white, if that makes sense.
The only thing is, though, you do the white party, you play, let's say, Who Wants Smoke. They're not bleeping out the N-word.
Oh, yeah, no.
They're not?
No.
At all. Like,
no.
It kind of offends me sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
We at the concerts, and they be like, yeah.
And then you just...
I'm like,
oh, my God. Is this happening right now?
Yeah. But I guess the music, it just come out of them, they just,
It's like you don't know whether to be flattered or offended. Like, I'm so glad y'all are having a great time. But can we,
Exactly.
And we can keep going.
So you talked about your mom managing. Is that how your sister got into managing? Because her twin sister, actually, they don't look identical, but they look very alike. But they are twins. So.
You're one of the only people to say that?
What? No, y'all do look alike.
People be looking at us, they be like, ain't no way. I'm like, bro, why do you think I'm a liar?
You could tell, especially in some pictures, definitely okay, she's looking like JJ this day.
It'd be like when our part is the same.
Yeah, and I think it's like certain different angles, but no.
Like when we both go middle, it'd be given.
Obviously not identical, because y'all fraternal, right? Yeah, obviously. But how is that having your sister as a manager?
Child, it is the greatest thing ever. I could not do it without her. She handles all my booking, all my scheduling, contracts, and honestly and truly, she's the one who can have those tough conversations. what's the TikTok sound? I'm an artist. I don't play by my. When you're in conversations with people about what they need, what they do, and these people are questioning your capabilities in your face, like, and that is a very tough conversation to have. But because of her, I have her. You see what I'm saying? I don't have to hear half the mess people try to project onto me because of her, if that makes sense. Like, how much experience does she have? Are you 100% confident that she can blah, 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 blah? My sister's like, hell yeah. Like,
yeah, she can do whatever.
If she say I can do it, then hey, she got all the answers to it, so I got to deliver. Like, so it's a blessing having that bloodline guarantee is what I call it. Like, ain't nothing like it. I don't got to blink twice. I don't even have to blink once. Like, if she's on it, it's over with. Like,
so sometimes how is it separating the personal side to business side? She does a good job doing that as well.
I was definitely like a two-way street with that, but like we both understand what's a personal conversation, what's a business conversation. Like, especially now that we're getting some traction, you come across people who cut corners and we're gonna directly reach out to the artist first. Like Zoe, like you think a good cop, bad cop situation, Zoe's gonna be bad cop every time, not because she don't like you. Because somebody got to do it, and the artist has to be likable. That's why she's a dog of a manager, because it don't matter. You see what I'm saying? So
business is business.
Hello. But, yeah.
Okay, so was it y'all goal coming to Clark, Atlanta together, or how did that happen? How did that come about?
Clark, Atlanta, y'all don't call us dumb. I'm a back it up. We only applied to Clark, Atlanta.
Literally?
The only school. I graduated with a 4.5. She graduated with a 4.3. Clark Atlanta University was my only choice since the 7th grade.
So how did Clark become your dream school in 7th grade? You from North Carolina, right? Mm-hmm. Because that's crazy.
I could sit here and tell you about my entire, like, a lot of my family going there, which they did, don't get me wrong, but they didn't even, it wasn't even them, I don't think. Like, being, even at 12, 13 years old, being in Black Hollywood meant a lot for the two of us. Just because, like, you have these roots and you have these things you grew up around and these things you're interested in, but it's just like, where do you go where it actually matters? You see what I'm saying? Where the difference between having a hobby and having a job. Taking my ass to Atlanta. But
so y'all was like, by any means necessary, we're going to Clark, Atlanta, no matter what.
Yeah, like 100%.
How y'all like the culture compared to back home?
I love the culture here. Charlotte, North Carolina, we're a very progressive city, don't get me wrong. They call us Baby Atlanta when they get a chance to, but
who call y'all Baby Atlanta?
I don't know. Like, oh, I'm from Charlotte. Oh, that's Mini Atlanta. My fault. Like, I've heard the comparisons on corporate level, so it's just like, okay, heard you. I'm a marketing major. I mean, I get it. But creative culture in Charlotte was not a place to cultivate your own creative, if that makes sense. It's one thing when you already know what you're doing, you know how to do it, and you get yourselves in those rooms. But I'm 18 years old, about to go to Clark, Atlanta. I am an intern at Grindhouse Studio. Shout out to the family. And I'm like, I want to be a DJ. That's all I got for you. Take it or leave it. And Charlotte didn't have much to offer on a beginner scale. Understandable, but that's just what it was. Creatively, Charlotte doesn't... It's a lot of gatekeeping. It's a lot of, who knows who, and there's very few to know. So, like, I think that's what be blowing me about it. But
y'all got the Baby. Y'all got J. Cole.
J. Cole not from Charlotte. He's from Fayetteville. North Carolina, though, for sure.
Oh, yeah, he's not from Charlotte. He's not.
But, yeah, Clark
from Vegas, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Charlotte? Maybe not Charlotte.
But
maybe
around that area.
Oh, for sure. But, like, Clark, Atlanta, culturally has been a dream for the two of us. Because it's just like, I want to do business, you want to do business, too. We actually serious about it.
Definitely.
So, I think that's my take.
It was just Valentine's Day. This is, obviously this didn't come out on Valentine's Day, y'all. But this was just Valentine's Day. Did you have a Valentine's first?
My Valentine did not consist of any romance on a romantic scale, platonic for sure, but yeah.
So what is it? Do you not like is it no fish in the water, or what is it?
As far as the whole Valentine conversation, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I had who I wanted to be my Valentine. I even asked them to be my Valentine, and I didn't only get shot down. I got hit with, I don't celebrate pagan holidays that are used to enrich a white man. I said, okay.
Granted, but you celebrate Christmas. You know, unless he's Muslim, and he really doesn't.
So, I didn't know whether to be offended or not. But, you just got to play it cool always. Ladies, like, that's just what you got to do. So,
not gonna lie, you should have felt offended.
Only because, like, what? Like,
I don't mean to be like, but as a dude, if we tell it, who we want to be our Valentine, we're gonna stamp that. Who we want to be our girl, we're gonna stamp that.
If he wanted to, he would. Like, what?
People were saying that's fake, but it's
definitely to a certain extent. I agree.
Okay. They gave me some help out there to a certain extent, but I feel like with a certain girl who really wants a dude, sometimes that pushes the dude away because he's like, okay, she too eager and I don't really like her like that. I'm really looking at her, so all this effort she doing is getting
that's what I'm
passed
saying.
on.
Like,
I'm focused on her.
That's why you gotta play it cool always.
So you saying you gonna be the one playing it cool, playing the pimp role, and he gonna be the one.
No. When I say play it cool, I'm not even talking about like being a pimp. Like, I'm not the kind of girl where I can just like entertain a whole bunch of dudes at one time or anything like that. I'm not judging because I'm for the girls. Do it, period. Period. But like, just for me personally, having a whole bunch of guys on the roster is not my thing. So like, when I asked for a Valentine, it was one of those like, are you serious? Like, no? Like, are we dead ass?
What did you ask for, though?
Huh? I didn't ask for anything. I said, be my Valentine in invisible ink with a question mark, a laughing face, and a heart. It was on some cool shit.
That is pretty juice. That's pretty
like,
juice.
I don't, like, all that, no, we too young. Like, and I know that scared, like, I know that scared dudes. Like, all that, no. I'll let you be. You do what you want to do. You want to be on Valentine? No?
So,
okay.
Did you send it the day before Valentine's, or you sent it a minute ago?
I sent it, like, last week type. Or maybe, like, a couple, you get what I'm saying.
So, is
maybe
it awkward now?
Awkward, yeah.
It is?
Yeah, because it's just like, it's only because, like, you say no, and then I'm like, okay, and then the man is just like, did she just say okay? Like, that was it? Like, that's all? Like,
I mean, shit, but you want me to say yeah?
Yeah, like, you'd be surprised. Like, I was like, bro, you said no. So what are we talking about?
What are we doing? So what you look for in a guy? Do you gotta be tall, or you don't care about that? For the short dudes. Shout out to y'all.
For the short dudes, unfortunately, I am a whopping 5'6" with no shoes on. So when I'm in a booth, I don't know why. I don't know if DJs are typically shorter, but I'm always taller than the table for some odd reason. Like, it just be ridiculous sometimes. Like, when I used kickback, I was DJing on a beverage cart. So the height thing, it's gonna sound shallow, but it does matter. I'm sorry. Like, but as far as like, actual substance, first of all, substance is a big thing. I gotta know there's something behind your eyes, and I like people with purpose because I'm a person of purpose. If that makes sense, you're not necessarily gonna understand why I do the things I do or the way I do the things I do if you don't have the same mission. If that makes sense. Oh yeah.
So what's your view on relationships in the generation we live in where they think everything perfect?
I feel like there's a such thing as a beautiful mess. Not in actual messy ways, though. No, I feel like hard work is hard work. Relationships are relationships. And social media is social media. They're three different things, honestly and truly. You can be in a relationship with somebody, want them so bad, you're not going to do the work. You can be in a relationship with somebody, it can be a mess, and it looks perfect on Instagram. So I think as a generation, we kind of conflated all of those things when, quite frankly, no. Like, just because you're in a relationship don't mean it's no work. Just because we cool on social media don't mean we cool in real life. Just because we working so hard don't mean it's gonna work. It's the same thing. These are three different things that go hand in hand, but our generation just smashed it into a box and said, "That's what I got for you in your love life."
I think, like, not only did we look into movies for the guy supposed to drop his books and the girl just happens
Real
all
shit,
that and I want to get swooped out the air and get flowers. Granted, you got to get your woman flowers. But like, I think a lot of, I want to say females, because some dudes too, younger, Because the dudes, they all innocent until they get their heart broke. 100%. Every dude gotta get their heart broke.
I believe that 100%.
They all innocent until they get their heart broke. They're like, no, this girl would never cheat on me, and then they do.
Yeah.
And then you be finished for like you be sick. But I think they look for the movies, which is wrong. And then now the social media, when you got India and Dirk posting, he proposing on stage, they like, oh my God, mine not coming like this. I don't want it. Like, are you insane? Are you India Royale?
Are you India material?
Am I worth $20 million like Lil Durk? Like, you feel me?
Okay.
So it's like, I'm a college student. I'm grinding. I'm paying tuition. I'm 20 years old.
Real talk.
So, what are we really saying here?
I mean, honestly and truly, as far as that, I feel like we're, as a generation, we're just not realistic. We know what we want. Don't get me wrong.
Not realistic.
And we're going to do it. We're going to scratch, claw, and fight whomever to get to there. That's what I love about our generation. But we kind of lack some realism in certain things. Like,
We choose delusion.
Thank you. We choose delusion. Like,
That's true. Why do girls do that though? They get their heart broken, time, go back. They get cheated on, time, go back. They see the dude messing with another girl in front of their face, go back. They see the dude, they ain't never signed on their friend, and they ignore it. Why do y'all ignore the red flags?
Okay.
Why is that?
So this could be for a couple reasons. It's dependent on the woman. Luckily, I'm a woman. I have friends that are women, so I get to hear, and I'm the DJ, so I get to hear different stories about what goes on. Wait, go back. What was the question specifically before I get off topic?
Why is that? Why do girls?
Why do we live in our delusions?
Why do y'all live in the delusion? Why do y'all ignore the clear as day red flags? The brightest red, Clifford's red dog. Like,
how do I put this? Well, for starters, we live in our delusions. Well, the number one biggest reason is potential. 100%. You cannot show me something. You cannot show me something that I think I see and I think can happen, and then you just say, fuck it. Like, nah, like, cool, like, complete 180. Like, what they'll introduce me to a vibe I can't maintain. Like, don't get me wrong, they be blowing me with that, but it's still kind of the same thing. It's one thing if you're not feeling me no more. It's one thing if we're not getting along. It's one thing if we just don't, if we don't click. That is completely one thing.
But dudes just don't want to commit.
I wouldn't call it that though, because as a woman, I don't want to commit right now. So I'm not about to yell at you for not wanting to commit. It's the same situation. I think we're at the point in our lives where we're figuring it out. We're like being 20, like the 19, 20, 18, 19, 20, those 3 years is awkward. Like, it's just awkward as hell. Because you're on an 18 high, I'm grown, I can do whatever I want. And then 19 hits and you get awkward because now you're transitioning to being an adult. You're thinking about generational curses. You're thinking about things you want to unlearn. You're thinking about your future. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes, regarding relationships on this level, a lot of people don't think in terms of that. And if you think in terms of that, you do too much. You see what I'm saying? So it's just kind of, it's a rock. You stuck between a rock and a hard place, honestly and truly. But yeah.
That's true. So what's the pet peeves of dudes sliding on you, whether it's a DM or in person? Or at a party where you DJing, that would be crazy. Like, hey, can you hear me? Hey, I want yours.
Bruh, can I just press the button? You got it. But my pet peeve. Do I have a pet peeve? I don't. I'm a real human. I don't like. I understand first impressions are everything, but I'm a real human being. I don't want our first conversation to be about what you're going to the NFL in 2 years. I don't want our first conversation to be about things that you would think make me interested in you. Because those are what things. Those are tangible.
But like, God, we do gotta say a little something.
Oh yeah, you gotta throw a little sauce on there. Don't get me wrong.
Like,
you gotta do that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, you gotta throw your sauce in there, but I just feel like don't talk to me like I'm shallow. And in Atlanta, that's very difficult,
especially when you got some stuff under your belt too.
Yeah, like don't talk to me like I'm shallow, bro. Like, I feel like it's a respect thing in that case. I respect what you do. You respect what I do. So I'm not gonna be impressed by you saying whatever comes to mind, and vice versa. Like, it's respect. Like, I see you.
So what's some of the bigger names you work with so far, and who do you want to work with, like a dream collab?
So as far as just being on set for, I was on set for Cali. He won my number, had to hit him with it. I know that's right. I was just recently, well, not really recently, a couple months ago, I was on set for Des Dior. And then last July, actually, I DJ'd at the World Athletic Championships, where you saw where the United States men, they swept the men's 100, Jamaica swept the women's 100. Y'all, I was actually playing the music, so that was crazy. And
that's incredible.
Y'all, I kid you not, I'm literally trying, think about the stadium, right? We at the top. I can see the track. Everybody looks like ants. So that was a good part. I come downstairs, trying to run to the bathroom, airtime something. I didn't need to play, whatever the case was. I run to the bathroom, and I just see like a bunch of people, police officers included, walking this way. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? But mind you, like, this is an international event. So I'm like, okay, I'm sure it's somebody. I look to my right, it's Travis Scott. I kid you not. Y'all, I'm a Ranger. I love Travis Scott so much. I called Zoe immediately. I'm like, I just went to the bathroom. Travis Scott is down here. They're not even letting me walk to the bathroom. What do I do? She was like, girl, if you don't get up here and start playing, like, what's going on?
Play straight Travis Scott song.
Bro, I kid you not. Like, I just stood there for about 3 minutes, and I had to collect myself. I was like, look, just like, if you don't get up there and do it, somebody else will. So if you don't march us up them stairs and hit play. But yeah, that was absolutely insanity. I still kind of haven't grasped the fact that I've done that. You know, like, especially at this age, we're moving so fast. We got things to do. This was in July. Clark Atlanta was in Atlanta. It was like 10,000. And then it was broadcasted internationally, which I did not know. Of course, I knew the races was going to be on TV everywhere. But the lady, the moderator, for example, I DJ'd for Women's Day at the track. The lady was like, shout out to International Women's Day, blah, 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 blah. I look up, it's my picture. Thank you, Trap Fairy Princess, for being here, blah, 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 on behalf of Women's Day, on behalf of World Athletics. I said, oh, wow, okay. Like, it wasn't like they hired a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Put me in a corner. Like, I looked up and I was on the Jumbotron. And that was an experience that was priceless to this day. Like, I'm an emotional child. Busted out in tears.
Where was it at?
This was in Eugene, Oregon.
Okay.
At the World Athletic Championships.
First time in Oregon?
First time on the West Coast. Like, definitely. It was cold, not cold, weird stuff, but...
Travis Scott is insane.
Absolute insanity. And I met him the next day. And I was just like...
He was
cool as hell. I whispered to him. I was like, bro, you know I'm going to be a DJ one day. He was like, is that right? I was like, yeah. Took our picture. Of course, he was a busy man. Had to get going.
You said be his DJ one day. Okay.
I was like, I'll lean there. He was like this, lean there, go like this. And then I was like, you know, I'm going to be a DJ, right? And then, like, if you flip through the pictures, you can see us having a conversation. That shit hard, but...
No, that shit hard. And then he gonna see it, like, once you get on for real, he gonna be like, dang, bro.
Travis Scott, if you watching this, I want to get signed to Cactus Jack. Y'all have my heart, literally.
That's hard. That's how it was like. I went to Rolling Loud this summer to do some interviews. And when Travis came on, he came on as a guest. Future bring him out. And when I tell you, out of nowhere... I'm standing right here. I'm vibing. I lost all my friends. Like, I'm in the mix with random girls behind me. I lost my friends. I'm like, let me go stand by as many females as possible because I'm at Rolling Loud. It's Miami.
Let's have some fun.
Yeah, so I'm trying to set the plate for my guys. So when I see them, I be like, hey,
yo.
6 girls, so we good.
Real talk.
Literally, Future was like, hey, I'm going to bring out my brother Travis.
Everybody.
My body literally got pushed forward like 20 feet. Like, I'm like, bro, I was just all the way back here. How am I? And Rolling Out, it's 1 million people there.
Right.
I suggest don't get in the middle because you're stuck. If you get into middle to the top, you're stuck. Just stay there. You might as well just get comfortable because you're not moving. You're not going nowhere.
Real talk.
Stay in the back where you can still
move around,
party, rage, but still can walk out if you need to.
Yeah.
Or get VIP because the VIP, that was lovely. They designed everything, had purple grass, like everything. You can use the bathroom, buy stuff, like, and still see the stage. But that was just a surreal moment, like being backstage, seeing those artists that we see, and it's just like, but they all be cool.
And they all people.
And
whole time they humans, like, that's it. Like, ain't nothing like it.
And I noticed it, like, we really be clicking, so I be like, this energy we have now.
Oh, for sure.
We just got to keep carrying it through because once we get on, it's going to be somebody next, younger.
That's what I'm saying. Heavy on the week. Like,
so it's like, just the celebrities, they be cool. Some of them.
Oh,
but
for sure.
They just like us. They just happen to make it.
They just like that's it. That's all.
They just happen to make it. They just happen to blow. But what is a dream collab though?
Dream collaboration. Are we going wildest dreams or mildly realistic dreams?
You do too.
Okay. So for honestly and truly, like this is a like crazy dream of mine, but I feel like it could happen. I want to be Lotto's tour DJ so bad, 100%. Clayco, I've been watching her since the rap game days. Like being in her camp would be crazy. But as far as like wildest, like out of this world type of dream, of course, working with Beyonce in any way, shape, or form, I would let Beyonce step on me and I would be complete, like, use me as a step stool.
But remember, they regular people though.
Definitely regular people, so she wouldn't do that. But I would allow her to.
Like, why are you on the floor, miss? Get up.
Oh, I didn't want you to step on the ground. My fault. Like, real talk. But Beyonce would be insanity. But Beyonce loves working with women. And I'm a woman, so I feel like we halfway there.
So you bought them $1,000 tickets for a concert?
I'm on the wait list. I'm jealous of my friends posting that they got them.
They paid $1,000?
Probably. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I'll talk to one of my older cousins, 28, 29, well established woman. She said, "I'm expecting to come out of pocket $900." I said, "Well, okay." Sorry,
rent.
Clark. I gotta go see Beyonce. Can't pay y'all this month.
That's rent.
That's rent for
$1,500 to see Beyonce, but you can't stay at the crib no more because you missed your payment.
They was talking about some $1,500 for Beyonce, but y'all couldn't buy eggs last week. First of all, eggs are $16 a carton.
Eggs.
I will go
so
see
expensive
Beyonce.
now. No, not literally 16. Like shit.
They be 12 in Charlotte. Bonafide $12.
Okay, they doing too much in Charlotte. But as we wrap things up, since you're a DJ, it's only right we get your top 5 artists.
Oh God.
Who you listen to? I'm gonna give you the chance or the choice to do either all time, like your all time favorite artist, or you can do current, like who you've been rocking with.
I'm gonna go
year.
all time. I'm gonna go all time.
All time, that's pretty hard to do. It's a lot of artists.
Oh, it's definitely a lot of artists. It's a lot of music.
It's a lot of music.
Okay. My number one. Remember how I told you earlier, like my biggest thing about DJing is the crowd, right? I want to appeal to the crowd. Yep. So a big factor for this for me is versatility. The more versatile you are, the more money you get. Simple. So you know who my number one is? I'm gonna have to put Future at number one.
Okay.
Because
that means she's toxic, yo. That's that means she's toxic. That makes a lot of sense now.
Future is definitely number one because it's just like I look at your catalog. You have a song with Taylor Swift, and then you have a song with Boston, who you found in Florida. I feel like that's so hard. Like it's just he covers all the tiers. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody.
You see what I'm saying? He goes crazy superstar A-list, and then he's still Iceberg Rizzo. You feel what I'm saying? Turn the club up. Like
shout out Detroit.
Real talk. So Future is definitely number one. Number two is obviously Beyonce, but she's never number two. Period. She's number one in my heart, but on the list, number two.
Y'all don't be mad. Y'all Beyonce fans, do not be mad that she said Future over Beyonce. Whoever watching this, do not be mad. She don't mean it like that. She just saying she rock with Future.
I don't mean it like that. But like artistry-wise, Beyonce's out of this world. Especially like, it's like when you look at her catalogs, or especially for any of these people, you look at their catalogs, you know exactly who that person was when that album dropped. I think that's crazy. Like, think about Drake. Degrassi Drake, Best I Ever Had Drake versus Champagne Poetry Drake. Those are two different people. And you love both of them. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. Like, Sasha Fierce, Lemonade, or Renaissance. Beyonce, I love you. Like, that's just what it is. Coming in.
Future, Beyonce.
Coming in at number 3 is Kendrick Lamar for sure.
That's hard.
Just hip hop is hip hop is hip hop is hip hop. Hip hop is the only genre of music that has every genre of music in it. So
Kendrick better than J. Cole.
Kendrick is better than J. Cole in my book, yes. Especially
just confirming. I was listening to J. Cole on the way here, by the way, y'all.
By the way, y'all. Huge fan. Nah, yeah. Artistry-wise, Kendrick has it for me out today. Like, if we gonna even get out of music, let's look at a music video. Let's look at a concert. I chose Kendrick Lamar over Kehlani for concerts this summer. They were literally in Charlotte back-to-back nights. I said, I chose.
I would have too.
It was a great show. Let's see, what was that, number 3?
2 left.
Oh, wow.
Future.
If I'm about to sound like if I'm about to sound like I'm from Atlanta. Okay, Thug is number 3. 4. Number 4. Thug is number 4 because it's one thing when you look at the Death Row stories and the Snoop Dogs and the Pacs and how they all recruited each other. They was family, but it's one thing when you're living through it. Thug is on track to be the godfather of Southern rap music because he believes in investing in other people's careers. So Young Thug always gonna take that for because it's not just about him.
This is fact.
And then the music, of course, the music speaks for itself. But like
Free Thug,
man, I cry every time. But Thug for sure, and then coming in last.
Actually, let me not say Free Thug. I'm not trying to get RICO charges at all.
Number 5.
Last one.
Wow. Man, it's gonna take a complete left turn, but Stevie Wonder. Songwriter. I love lyrics, by the way. I'm never gonna get behind the mic unless I'm forced to, but I love lyrics. And Stevie Wonder, just the way he writes, and then how it is used years and years on. I like music being real estate. I like music when it lasts a long time. So Stevie Wonder, you can still use Stevie Wonder shit to this day. Like, so yeah. And then of course, 6 Man Off the Bench, Travis Scott. But yeah.
Okay. Quick question. You know, there's rumors saying Stevie Wonder not really blind. Like he can. They like, there's no way he could play over 20 instruments, and he's blind. Like, how does he learn that?
Honestly and truly,
how does he read music?
I'm gonna put it like that. I'm a DJ with no training at all. I literally got behind that board and started pressing buttons and it worked. So honestly and truly, it's possible to pick up something and then keep it. A gift is a gift is a gift is a gift. You can't. That's something you can't teach. So.
Okay, so wrapping up, what's next from Trap Fairy Princess 2023? It's the beginning of the year.
2023
we got a long way to go.
Is the beginning of the year. Well, as far as my own plans, as far as Trap Fairy Princess as a brand, period, I'm actually gonna announce this here. Interview, y'all getting exclusive. So what I'm doing is I'm putting together a team of little trap fairies, right? That come to functions with me. So say this is a random example. Say I'm DJing in Magic City, right? Hopefully. And everybody's blah, blah, blah. It's midnight. It's time to go up. It's time to go crazy. And then you just see 3 girls on this side, 3 girls on this side. Not necessarily bottle girls, but with all the bottles, with the sparklers, whatever the case is. And then they have TFP on their t-shirts. So it's literally bottle girls, but on the compliments of the Trap Fairy Princess, if that makes sense. Hopefully there's a liquor rep involved if you're watching that wants to sponsor, but that's the plan. But not only will they be bottle girls, handing out my contact information, things like that, and I'm really excited. Photo shoots. I love people. I love family environment, so that would be so much fun.
You're gonna be hitting up the AUC trying to find some people, or you
for sure, all over, for sure. Then this is an exclusive too. Lord, I gotta blow my nose when I start telling on myself. That's crazy, right? I want to drop merch, but it's definitely gonna be a process because what I said earlier, I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my, so I really do want to take this year and really do it, if that makes sense. You know,
definitely
really put hard work time, not just slapping a logo or something, but really making something people can remember.
Definitely. I big on that, being an artist, because people always ask, like, man, why you ain't doing this? Like, sometimes that creativeness, like, bro, all this, what
you gotta let it work.
You gotta let it happen on its own, kind of. Yes, you have to force it sometimes, but, like, my forced contacts were like, hey, go interview him, like, it gotta be like, I feel it in my soul, and
that's what it is.
Automatic,
that's
like,
what
energy.
It is. That's exactly what it is.
But I will say with the merch, like, because I got, like, some merch. Like, people got my merch. But I'm talking about as far as quality merch. Don't try to get out of the perfect thing, because right after you do it, you're going to be like, it could have been better anyway. Or you wouldn't think like, dang, I should have did this. So it's never going to be a a huge, perfect first piece.
Right.
But it's gonna be the best because it's the first one. So it's like it's the one-on-one. So definitely don't get too hard on yourself on the merch because it's not like you're.
I'm glad you say that.
It's not a clothing brand. It's not like you about to start selling clothes only. Like it's just a plus. So definitely think about that though. But yeah, this definitely gonna be seeing more from us. Might have to have you at my should I drop an exclusive?
Say yes.
I'm gonna just say yes, cause if you watching this and you made it to this part, that means you really real.
That means you really locked in though. Like we family now. What's up? Like,
but I'm doing a rooftop party for my birthday, the day party, like pool vibe, lick, hey vibe, intimate, whoop, whoop, and then they're like, "What's the move after this?" We're gonna go up at the B&B. So now we're going up twice in one day. So we might have to get Trap Fairy Princess.
I think we should. I know you have a good time.
We will. And y'all just seen the interview. So y'all like, see how they rock. You see how we come.
You see the chemistry. So the function can only be crazy. Huh? Heard you.
She might be at the B&B turning us up. I think at the pool, I wanted to keep it more kind of invite only because I don't want that to get shut down. I want that to be a vibe for everybody.
Real talk.
But that B&B, we gonna up all night.
Don't wreck it. I ain't paying.
We gonna wreck it. But yeah, that's it for the interview podcast. Make sure y'all follow her on her socials, Trap Fairy Princess.
Everything, because it's only on Instagram. I think my Twitter is like, yeah, I gotta start telling people.
I ain't gonna lie, I deleted my Twitter.
Bro, like, I don't know, like, do you say your Twitter? I mean, is Twitter about to go get shut down anyway?
But I appreciate you for coming out here, getting this interview, especially under, we both busy, we squeezing in time. So, like I told you, it's gonna be worth it once it come out.
Hell yeah,
it's gonna be definitely.
Y'all were so much fun, like anytime.
Definitely, but yeah, y'all gonna see more from us. Make sure you subscribe to the interview. Make sure you send this out. Make sure you
send it out to your friends, and then your friends' friends, and then your mama's friends, and then the mama and them. Send them to them too. Invest in yourself, believe in yourself, and keep good supporters around you. You're gonna win. So rock out, y'all. Solid. Play a role. 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 I'm twisting her dope while she twisting my dick in her throat. She gon' play a role.